Hey lit people, do you know where to start if you want to create a song with samples? Should you make cuts of beats, phrases, or entire verses to make samples for your song? Do you want to adapt some other instruments or other sounds to those cuts that you did of your samples? So this is what I did on my first song with some samples that I really like. Come on, let's check it out. It's a little bit of 80s city pop. Here you can load the song that you want to start chopping out, so it can go along with the first cut that we did. Now if you listen to the beats or these drums that I created, but it is a Talkbox.
I wanna be more for the people.
If you listen to the whole song,
I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more.
so by the time that I decided to make the song out of samples, I was listening to this, which I really enjoy. It's a little bit of 80s city pop, but I didn't want to do exactly city pop. I wanted to do something more electro pop. So this is what I started with, and let's see what the process did I do to start chopping up this song. So the first thing you gotta do is you gotta open an instrument track. So you go here, track, new instrument track, and there it is. There's your instrument track. And here where it says piano, it's something preloaded by default, so you change that. So you want to use the quick sampler, right? So you go here, I got it up here, quick sampler. If not, on instruments and Apple, you find it somewhere over there, right? If you open it, this is your quick sampler. Here you can load the song that you want to start chopping out, right? So here I go, I take the song and I send it. So now that you have your song on your quick sampler, you can decide how long you want your cuts, if you want it to have fade in, if you want to have some effects on it. So the thing that I did is I cut it how I believe it would sound good, and this is what I came up with. So here, as you can see, I got bits and pieces of the cuts that I like. They're gonna show up on your roll depending on how you cut your song, right? So here on the left, you're gonna have your piano roll. This piano roll is gonna let you decide what should go first on your beats, right? Depending on the cut that you made on your song. If you see, if I press on it, they all have different sounds of the song that I like. So this over here is the composition that I did with those beats. So here it goes. That's the composition that I created by cutting out first a song and then assigning an order on your piano roll. From this is where I started creating the other things. I only used the sample to make some melody out of it and then create a song all around it. So the next thing that I did is I created kind of a melody on the first cut, and then I'm like, okay, let's do some kind of harmony, something within the same song that I can follow. So you go to the verse and you cut some pieces, and then you go to the chorus and you cut some other pieces. So this was another section of the song that I cut, and I created this. It's more of a harmony way, of a harmony sound, so it can go along with the first cut that we did. Here it goes. It's more of a loop within a harmony, so I can add what we cut before. So let's listen to both of them together. So this is what I call the harmony. And this is what I call the melody. But if you listen to both of them together, this is how it sounds. So in my opinion, right now I have something I can compose around to create a real song. So here we go, let's check it out. So after creating a harmony and a melody out of the chopping pieces of my sample, I said like, okay, we need a bass for this. So I created a bass, an actual bass. So I use 3 instruments. I use an electronic or a synthesizer bass, and then I use 2 natural basses, let's call it like that, but they're all plugins. So the first one sounds like this. It goes along with the melody and the keynotes of the song, or at least of the song that I chose. So I think it's really appropriate. I give it more 80s sound. So after that, what I did is I just took a plain bass as a plugin, and then I did the same. So I added up 2 basses with different sounds, and this is what we got. So now that we have our basses, let's listen up with the harmony and the melody that we got from our samples. So it sounds like this. See, now it has more body. So I took the samples and I helped the sound be like more unified with some basses below, right? Even though the harmony and the melody that were cut out still have some beats on it, I was like, okay, we gotta make a beat, or we gotta make some drums for this song. Let's check it out. Okay, as you can see here, I've highlighted my drums, right? Or the beats that I created. I just took simple kicks, simple snares, simple claps, and simple hi-hats to create a composition of beats or a composition of drums. My kick sounds like this. Right? Simple. My snare sounds like this. My hi-hat sounds like this. And my clap sounds like this. But if you listen to it all together, my drums and my beats and my crash, they all sound like this. Here it goes. Pretty cool, right? Now if you listen to the beats or these drums that I created, you listen it with the basses that we already showed you, and I will listen with the harmony and the melody that we chopped out of the sample. Everything sounds like this. I was happy with that and I really liked it, but I knew there was something missing. There's always that little thing that misses out, right? So one of the effects that I did was this one. It's very ambient and very moody in the thing, right? I did that with the Knife Audio Neuphonium. That's the plugin that I use. I just used a preset that I liked, that I thought it went well with the whole song, and that's how it sounds. And also I added some guitars, some funky style guitars. So for that I just used the Contact, and within the Contact I use the electric vintage guitar. So I really enjoy it. It sounds like this, only the guitars. It's just something to add on to that beat that we already had. So if you listen to everything that we've done so far, it sounds like this. So after having the structure that I decided was going to become the chorus, this one, right? We've got that. After that was, okay, I'm going to start building a structure for the song with some verses and some bridges and some intros and outros. But when I got to the intro, I had a lot of trouble on how to start the song, and I tried changing things. I tried changing cuts that I chose from my sample. I tried just doing the bass by itself, and at the end I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna do something very different and then go to the song. So this is what I came up with. See how the song starts completely different from what we had, but I still managed to unite those ideas and then get to the song. I really like that mix that I could do at the end, and then we just go with along with the song. And it's a good intro, and it has the same atmosphere, but it's not the same melody or harmonies. So it's a little bit different, but still cool, still likable. So that's what I did. So after having that intro, I decided, okay, let's start making the structure. We have the intro, as you can see, it's right here, right over here. Then we have some verses, more simple than the structure we created before. It goes like this. These are the verses. Simple enough, right? That was verse 1 and verse 2. I think it changes a little bit, but it's still good enough to be a verse. This is more atmospheric. We still start using the cuts that we had from the sample. We still made more effects into it. It's another verse, it's another part of the song, which I think it goes well with the entire of the song. So as you can see here, we got our chorus 1 and our chorus 2 with the chorus double at the end. It's the same structure we did from the beginning. If you can see, it sounds like this. That's the whole chorus that what we created from the beginning, that you were looking at from the beginning. So the whole structure of the song is, you got your intros, you got your verse, you got your chorus, then you have your second verse, which is a little bit different from the beginning. It's more atmospheric, more ambience. And then at the end, we got the second chorus, and it goes along till the end. I think it's a good structure, it's a good thing. But then after doing that, after making the song, I'm like, there's something missing. Where's that human touch? Where's that? It's too many samples but I didn't want to. So I decided, you know what? Let's put vocals into it. But I don't want a singer. I want more like Daft Punk does. Let's do a Talkbox. So this is what we did. So I decided to put some vocals into it, but I wanted to do it with the Talkbox. I don't have a Talkbox by itself, but I do have this one, this Talkbox. But it is a Talkbox. It's a Talkbox from TC Electronics. This is the one I use. What I connect is my guitar to it. I connect my guitar through here, and I connect my vocals through here, and then the vocals already Talkbox comes out here, and you can put the guitar by itself if you wanted to. Let's listen what I did. So if you see in the screen, you can see easily the structure of the song. Here is your verse, here's your first chorus, here's your verse 2, and here is your last chorus. That's basically it, right? So for the verse 1, it goes like this.
I just want to get off the skin of mine. I just want to get off the skin of mine.
Right? If you listen with the whole song, it sounds like this.
I just want to get off the skin of mine. I just want to get off the skin of mine. I just want to get off the skin of mine.
Pretty simple, pretty cool. It's with the beat, makes you dance, makes you flow. The first chorus is similar to the second chorus, but with a minor change. The first chorus sounds like this.
I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. For the people. For the people. I wanna be.
Right? If you listen to the whole song with the other instruments, it goes like this.
I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. For the people. For the people.
So, if you want to check the second verse by itself with only the vocals sounds like this.
For the people, let's come down to the earth. Let me know when we'll arrive. Let's come down to the earth. Let me know when we'll arrive.
That's basically it. But if you listen with the other instruments, it sounds like this.
For the people, let's come down to the earth. Let me know when we'll arrive. Let's come down to the earth. Let me know when we'll arrive. Let's come down to the.
See, it's more atmospheric, it's more ambience. It's pretty cool. And the last chorus is the same as the first chorus, but you can't see it here because of the screen. Here, down here, I got some ahs, ohs, and things like that. So if you listen to only the vocals, it sounds like this.
I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. For the people.
Right? But if you listen to the whole song with all the instruments, it sounds like this.
I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. I wanna be more for the people. For the people. For the people. I wanna be.
So guys, so people, that's basically how I created a song from a sample. I cut it into pieces, the parts that I liked, I created a composition of it, and then after that I started building with that composition. I started with the bass, and then I started with some extra things like guitars and effects, and after I had that, I created the beats, and also I put some vocals into it, and I created first the chorus. After I created the chorus, then I started structuring my song. Intro, verses, chorus, bridges, chorus, and at the end, that's the song that I did. If you enjoy what you see, how to create your songs out of something you don't know, well, follow me up. Click that subscribe button, give me the likes. It really helps me on my journey here in YouTube. If you want something different, if you want to learn more about how to create songs, how to produce your own songs, produce your vocals, we'll put it down in the comments. I really enjoy it. And now we're gonna listen to the whole song. You can leave if you want right now, but if you stay, you will listen to the entire of the song and see how the structure, the interest, and everything connected to make a really nice song. So here it goes. Let's check it out.